So there is a concept called prompt engineering. So there is a concept called prompt engineering. If you are good in the prompt engineering, like terminologies and everything, and if you have a basic coding knowledge, tell us. Seriously, you're gonna beat almost like the automation strategies, and you can understand the maximum like automation, how it exactly works and how do you automate it and everything. Okay. So we have developed this tool like monkeyTeam. It's only for the learners, like for the beginners. Okay. So this is we are going to provide you access for this monkeyTeam in our training for it's a limited access. Okay, so this is a paid tool, but we will explain some concept and will tell you to use this product if you have any if you I mean we generally give you the assignments uh, you know uh, to finish your things to understand. We have a different concepts like every day, so I do teach a different concepts every day, and I'll give you the assignment. So if you don't get a logic, you can come and ask in this platform like I have this task, can you please give me a logic how to execute this, how to get this done. Simple. So then it will give you first. I just ask here, like, act as a River Dynamo expert. Can you please, is it possible for you to generate a dynamo graph in order to identify clashes between the walls and edges within the Revit model? So the way I asked, it's different. It's very, basic English, but it has drafted like, very, you know, the way you have to ask the chat GPT. So my English or your language doesn't, gives the better result. So there is a way you should ask. Okay. So the it's called prompting. So we have added the prompting feature into this application, and it will develop the same. Okay. So now the chat GPT is ready to understand your question. And now see, we can see that here. So to identify clashes between the walls and the Revit model using Dynamo, we can create a custom workflow. So custom workflows in the sense, the one it's doing now. Okay, so custom workflow, it's like Dynamo graph or Dynamo script, anything. Okay, so that leverages Dynamo's visual programming capabilities. Follow the steps. Just follow the steps, you will get this task done. Simple. Okay. So first, the step one is you have to pick the elements. But how? We'll see. After that, extract the geometry. Is it? I don't know. What is the purpose of extracting geometry here? Okay. Fine. Step three, it's a class detection. Then you have to run some sort of the tasks which checks the clashes. Okay, then step four, clashes visualization and reporting. Okay, you have already checked in the application. So I want you to report to me again. So where are the clashes exactly? Okay. So refinement and optimization. What do you mean by refinement in the sense? Like, don't send me as, idiotic stuff. Just send me the actual one. Okay. So refine, okay, and optimize. Okay. So once it is done, then it's giving you the complete logic here. Okay, so first let's see. To collect the elements, there is a node called categories. We first pick that and select the categories for the walls and ducts. Select the categories for walls and ducts. So I have two categories here. So the same categories node for the walls, the same categories node for the ducts. Ah, beautiful. Now retrieve the elements. So there is a node called all elements of category to gather all the walls and ducts in the model. Okay. So in this prompt, if I mention that, can you please show me how to connect the inputs to the output, then it will do that as well. So now you have next time you have some lengthy text. Next time you have a lengthy text which shows like take a input from, take output from the categories and connect to the all elements of category. So this is the way it will explain you. So the way you ask, the way you get the answer. Simple. Because for the developers, you must have a good logic. Understand? But most of the people have lost there where they have a logic. Okay, so I'm going to explain all the strategies in today's yeah, don't worry. Okay, so like if you have any question, you just text in the chat box. Okay, or else you can unmute your mic and then clear now. So you have only 15 minutes. Okay, after 15 minutes, the webinar is going to be started. Clear? Clear, then I'll just give you my introduction for 5 minutes and then we'll continue. Okay, clear? Yeah, come on. Anyone? Anyone?
So, in terms of getting these courses, do we need some prior knowledge of HTML or any of the coding language?
No, not at all required, Ashish. HTML is completely different, anyways. And the coding, yeah, generally for um, all this, any programming language, there are very basic uh, concepts, which are common concepts. Okay, so you have to learn those concepts initially. For example, let me ask the same ChatGPT here. Um, act as a um, expert developer. Can you list out the common topics? Okay, and the common topics in all the programming languages. Okay, so I mean, initial stage in the initial stage. Let's see. Now, when I if enter, so it will list out some common topics which are really required. Variables and data types. This is the hard concept and during the entire training. Okay, the operators, how to use the operators, control structures, functions, arrays and lists. All we are using in Dynamo, but the way we call it's completely different. Okay, so error handling, yeah, comments and documentation, basic algorithms, debugging, enough. These are enough. Okay, so if you know like how to handle all this in general, then you will never stuck anywhere, and you don't need any prior knowledge on all this. Seriously, if you are just a modeler or you are a coordinator or you're a manager, whoever you are, and you're not from any coding background, you don't need all this to understand before and join this um, training. Okay, so to become a BIM automation expert, seriously, the way we train, it's completely from the zero. You don't need to have a zero experience, zero knowledge. Forget about experience. Zero knowledge and in any kind of a programming terminology. Clear? So
Got it. Got
very
it.
clear, Ashish. Okay. And HTML is a
Yes,
different
absolutely.
language, Ashish. Okay. It's not hard,
Yeah, this is
but
that is the only language I have heard in my college and schools. That is why I just spoke about that. But yeah,
yeah.
I got it.
True. Yeah. Well, okay, so actually no, it's completely different. Clear? If you want to learn a
Yes, sir.
C or if you want to learn a C++ or C Sharp, Java, JavaScript, Ruby or any programming language, so these are the basic concepts you have to start with. And we will teach you everything. Don't worry. Okay, we'll teach you everything. These are included in the training again. Okay, cool,
Okay.
fine. So if you have any questions, don't keep in your mind. You have a place to ask. You have a place to clear your doubts. Whether if you, I mean, for example, if you have some question in the medical side, go and ask that like ChatGPT or monkeyTeam, like act as a doctor. So if you want to talk to a brain doctor, act as a neuro doctor. And if you want to talk to the dental doctor, so act as a dentist. So the way you ask the question next to it, it will reply exactly as like a dentist. Do you understand? For example, let me show you some funny thing. Act as a dentist. Act as a dentist. Can you help me create, can you help me getting the clashes with walls and ducks? The same question I asked in I have asked in the beginning, like I asked here. So it has given me the accurate result. Okay, 99% it's accurate. Now, if you ask the same thing, but I'm instead of saying that act as a river dynamo expert, I'm saying act as a dentist now. Let me see how I'll get the answer. Sorry, but I'm not able to provide assistance with getting clashes with walls and ducts as a dentist. If you have any questions related to the dentistry or dental care, feel free to ask, and I will be happy to answer. Generally, it'll give you some sort of a funky answers. Okay, so it's clearly saying that no, I can't help you with this. Okay, just a second. Okay, so clear. Mhm. Any other questions? Any other questions? Shafiq, Sohel, Subhash, Mr. Superman. Huh? Nice. So Svetoslav. Nice name. Vijay, Vishnu, Sachin, Bhupalan, Adarsh. Anyone have any questions?
Hi, Rajesh.
Yeah, hi Shafiq.
Yeah, I'm totally new to this subject. Like Dynamo, I don't know about this one.
Mhm.
So, like, how long it will take to learn me like a scripted like? So I'm not aware of the coding language as well.
Hmm. No, to be
Yeah.
frank, generally I've seen people who've been wasting like years on this, years, like 1 year, 1.5 year, like few people like have spent like 30 minutes or 1 hour a day. So they're wasting
Okay.
6 months a time. But actually you can become an expert in just matter of a week. I'm not joking, seriously. The only reason
Okay.
the direction.
Hmm.
So the people started learning from the end to mid and mid to start, or else end
Hmm.
to start and start to mid. So there is no
Okay.
proper direction. So you have to start learning alphabets with A, B, and C and D, not like Z, B, A, D, not in this order. Do you understand?
Okay.
So
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
the
Getting it.
resources even available on YouTube or Google, even it's more confusing the people. So they got like, they
Hmm.
don't have a proper, I mean, if a person who's having a coding background, so he'll
Hmm.
at least, he could, he'll identify it. No, no, this could not be the topic. So I have to learn something before this. Do you understand? If you
Okay.
have a prior
Yeah,
knowledge, you can judge something. Understand? But if the people
yeah.
who have completely no knowledge in this kind of a term knowledge, they are wasting a lot of time on it. Understand?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So for only for that reason, what we are doing, we have scheduled, we have organized the content like the way you have to go in only this way. There is no other
Okay.
way. Understand? So I'll just show you. I'll just show you that. Okay. So even you are completely zero, trust me. And if you have any questions, you just go through with, my students' feedback or anything. I'll just show you like reviews, Dimera reviews. There are 172 reviews with these are, like newer reviews which saved recently. Okay. So uh,
Yeah.
you can't see even one negative review, and these are not auto-generated or not a fake reviews or nothing. They are like most of the people if you just copy Anand words and just paste it and LinkedIn, you'll find these profiles. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So these are the reviews which I receive generally, and trust me, most of the people who reviewed here, so they hate coding. but now they would love to work on, in this automation side. Because the way I train, you don't feel that you're learning such a concept like it's a coding. You never feel that because uh, the entire course, that the way I designed in a BIM person perspective, I don't treat you like you are from an education. I mean, you are from like a computer science engineering background. Understand? So I treat you like you are a mechanical engineer, you are a electrical engineer. So the way, how should I explain this concept in terms of electrical engineering guy? So if you are an architect and you are very new to the Revit even, so I have to explain this concept to this guy in his way of style. Do you understand? He has a 6 months of experience, so I can't explain the concept like a 10 years of experience candidate. So like we generally call it like a spoon feeding. So there is no other like word I can say rather than the spoon feeding, because the spoon feeding is the only word where we learn, where we heard about this after the mom and dad. So I mean, again, like a tutors, and generally when you are a kid in the childhood, so they're like that's called a spoon feeding. And once you like cross seventh or seventh standard, and you don't hear these kind of terminologies again. But a developer should have this kiddish mind to learn something as a kid. Do you understand? And even the tutor should have the same mindset to teach a person like a kid. So that is the reason, even if you have seen my application, if I clear this screen, you'll see that learn like a child and implement like a professional. This is our own platform, like exactly like ChatGPT 4, and you'll get the accurate results. I know, most of the people knows that ChatGPT 4 gives the accurate result than the ChatGPT 3.5. Let me show you. Today's content, it's going to be completely like using AI only. Okay. A few of you already, joined my webinar, and this is something different to my previous webinars. Okay. So if you want to know the job scope and the other details, you can go through my YouTube channel, and you can watch my previous recordings like workshops there. Okay. So it doesn't mean like you quit here and go and watch the recordings. Okay, so this is something different, like how you are going to be an expert in just no time. No, no, Ragnar, you just started now. I mean, this is just general discussion. Okay, don't worry. So let me show you like Chat GPT. See, we have a two versions here. Uh-huh. So we have a 3.5 and we have a 4. So 3.5 gives you the 2021 results. Like, it doesn't have a updated content. It has a very limited content with it. So you can't expect the right answers over there. So the way it gives the answer, it's just like 20 to 30% correct, but not in full. Okay. And ChatGPT 4, it gives you 80% the right answers. Okay, this is incognito. Let me open my this. Okay, let me ask the same thing. Act as a Revit Dynamo expert. Okay, so Revit Dynamo expert, can you help me? The same question I'll ask. Can you help me creating the Dynamo graph? Creating a Dynamo graph. Can you create a Dynamo graph to get the class statements between walls index? Simple. Okay. So control C, control, I'll just copy this prompt. We generally call this as a prompt. Prompt is really important. The way you ask it, it gives you the result. Okay. So remember this. So when I hit enter, so it's giving me, I'm asking the chat GPT for. So set up your environment and go to the manage and visual programming. And there is an option called Dynamo. So just click over there and it creates a new Dynamo graph by just click on new. And then you have to add a necessary packages for it. and I want you to, install the clockwork and Spring Notes. So it has given you a sentence, but you should have that mind, you should have that knowledge to understand what it is trying to explain to you. You understand, for example, you are seeking the help, and there are a lot of people are ready to help you. But if you don't understand their like language, they are trying to help you, but you can't understand anything. If you could able to understand that help is at time, it's really worthy. Do you understand? Okay. So, you know, having the resources doesn't matter. You should understand how the resources will help you. That is what the AI is purely. Understand? So, I just asked something like it is, I mean, you don't know what is a clockwork and you don't know what is a package even. So you haven't heard about what is a Spring Notes. The person who heard about the packages, the person who heard about like a Spring Notes, so they'll go and find in a right place and install and download and install the right stuff in right time, and they'll execute it. Do you understand? Okay. So select the walls and the ducts. So for walls, categories node and select the wall there. And connect it to the all elements of category. See how easy it is saying. You have a categories node, and let me show you. Let me show you in the dynamo. You have a categories node, correct? Okay, let me copy there. Copy. I'll just paste paste that here. Categories. And it is saying that select the walls from the brand. The drop down. I'll just select the walls. Simple. Okay, I'll go to the next step. Connect it to the all elements of category node. Oh, you have an all elements of category node. Okay, I'll just paste that here. Oh, yes, I'm having one. That's it. Now, oh, video driver. Okay, fine. Not an issue. Okay, let me open this because I'm having some issue. Now, this will give, it will pick all the elements which are in the all the walls in the model. In the entire model. Now, so we have done with the walls part. Now I want to pick the ducts. So repeat the process above, but select the ducts this time. From the categories node to fetch all the ducts elements. See, the way it is explained, it's more clear than a tutor like me. Understand? Okay. But to get this access, it's like around you have to pay 2,100 per month, and it's too expensive. In a year, like you have to spend like 22,000 to 24,000. So why? We are providing the same ChatGPT for access with you during our practice. So you don't need to buy this as an additional thing again. I mean, if you need it for the I mean, you need it for like on license basis, like, to use your projects regularly. Yeah, you can buy this. So this is the product, which is it's our own product. It's my own product. It's called monkeyTeam. Okay, fine. And we have helped here, like to write even, you don't know like how to ask this question exactly. So we are helping here. Like when you type Revit, okay, I'm a Revit Dynamo guy. So I want to ask this chat GPT to write something as a Dynamo expert, not like an API. So I'll just pick the Revit Dynamo expert, and I have to ask something as a in a professional tone. No, I'm learning. Can you please help me write something in an educational tone? In an educational tone. So the result between the professional tone and the educational tone are completely different. So it's giving you, it's teaching you, but it's helping you. The professional tone, it is helping you to do that, do this, get that, and do all this. It's not in that detailed. So you should have a prior knowledge to understand if you want to use this professional tone. Okay, but when it comes to the educational tone, so it's like a spoon feeding again. It's sort of like, okay, I mean, if you're learning something, I understand that you're trying to learn something. So let me help you. So now it will explain you in the way of like, educational with a tone. Now select a writing style. I mean, how do you want me to teach it? So do you want me to create a fact style like a frequently asked questions? So I mean, when you're trying to ask a question here, so it will understand, okay, there is some content hidden in the AI model, artificial intelligence model. So it will pick some data and it will create a fact style. So most of the people like this fact style, or else no, I want a problem solution. So I don't know what to ask on my part. So you create a problem and explain me the solution as well. This is the best learning areas. So we have picked it from generally when it comes to the artificial intelligence. I have paid almost 3.4 lakhs to learn this. I mean, it was like 1 year ago. Okay. So there is a concept called LLM, language learning models, LLMs. Okay. So for that LLM, like I mean, even though to make it more precise in questioning and to get the answer, there are different terms. So I have picked all the terms and added here and it added here. Okay, so this is only for like this monkey team is only for my students. It's only for the Bimera students. Okay, and for externals, it's very expensive. It's very expensive. To be frank, it's very expensive than the chat GPT. But for our students, it's very cheaper. You can't even imagine how cheaper it is. Understand? So like formal or academic style and checklist style, it will create a checklist with the bullet points and everything. Very looks very clean and clear. Okay. So story is telling, I have a question, I have a task. So I want you to explain, I want to write a code in a storytelling way. Really beautiful. Because if you want to explain problem with a manager or with a coordinator, so what you're exactly facing. So this style really helps you a lot. Understand? Okay. So let's get into the topic. Okay. So it's already 8:38. Uh, After this, I'll introduce myself to you and then we'll jump into the webinar. The webinar isn't started yet. Okay. Fine. So I'll in the educational stone, I'll go with an instructor, the tutorial style. I like this because I would like to learn um, something new. So how do you ask it? Okay. So then I'll keep on asking the same styles. Okay. So this will help you. There is a relate feature. I mean, this is not the actual question you're supposed to ask. This is a very idiotic, the question, but you should ask in a very detailed way. Then it'll give you the better answer than what you got here. Okay. So let me open this. Why it has given me a video graphics error? Maybe because of I haven't shut down my machine from the past 2 3 days. Guess this today's session is going to be. I mean, the today's webinar is going to be very interesting, and we have only 1.5 hours. So try not to leave before this webinar ends. You learn new things today. I want every one of you, into a AI style because I hope you have seen most of the people, they're posting uh, some some related content, some the technical content related to the AI, automating, drawing some walls, placing some elements with the help of AI, with the help of AI in the Revit. Understand? Okay. So how they are doing it. So the Dynamo is an outdated tool. To be frank, the Dynamo is an outdated tool. So you are learning a new concept in a very late stage. Understand? Okay. So the session is recording. Okay, so let's say new, and whatever you ask there, like categories. So categories, and it has told you to pick the walls. Okay, from this. Okay, and it is asking to select the walls as selected and all elements of category. Control Z and right click, paste and connect this to this. Okay, let me set it to automatic. Now I see there are total 175 walls in my model. Understand? Okay, so repeat the same process to proceed the same. Control C, Control V. And it is telling me to select the ducts. It's telling me to select the ducts. Okay, I've selected ducts. Now I have the total 724 ducts and I have 175 walls. Now, clash detection. Like, how do I get the clash detection? Add the element or geometry node. Is it? Okay. Element or geometry. Perfect. Okay, added. Node to both the wall and ducts output nodes. To the output node. What do you mean by output node? Again, this is a question where we don't understand clearly. If I cut a node into the two parts, I mean, every node you have to cut into the two parts to understand what is what in it. Okay. The left hand side will call it as an input part and the right hand side will call it as an output part. Now, what it is telling, try to understand very clearly. Add the element or geometry node to the both the wall and duct output nodes. So where you got the walls and ducts to the output nodes. Oh, is it? So here are the output nodes. Connect this to this. Okay. Now let me see what's happening. Oh my goodness. So I see all the walls in my dynamo. Okay, cool. What if I connect they're saying that this converts or Revit elements into the geometric representation for my understanding what I'm gonna play with. Okay, clear. What if when I connect this to this? Ooh, it's disconnecting the previous one. So it means I need two set of nodes to play with. So one is for the ducts and the second one is for, see, I see the ducts here. Okay, let me clear this element with geometry. And let me connect this to this. Now I can see the walls and the ducts in my dynamo model. Okay, cool. Now I have the walls and the ducts. Okay. Control, minimize this. It's executing. I just pressed Control E by mistake. Yeah, let it be. Let me explain you the ChatGPT now. So use the geometry dot intersect node to find the intersections between the walls and wall geometry and each duct's geometry. What is it? Let me copy it. Geometry dot intersect. See, we have. So this is asking to connect this geometry to this and this geometry to this. Simple. Now, this will give you the intersection points. So connect both element dot geometry outputs to the geometry dot intersect node. So it's clearly explaining. But if you have read the same thing without my explanations for any other example, you may not understand clearly. Do you understand? But after the training, you will be able to create your own dynamo graph without a tutor. I mean, without a help, seriously, without looking into any YouTube videos or without any Google references. No, seriously, no. Understand? Because stop learning from the different resources are available in, YouTube or Udemy or different places. Yeah, I can suggest like Udemy or any other LinkedIn learning platforms because at least they follow an order. But the way in the YouTube, a guy who posted a video and explained the concept where there is no logic, of course there's a logic, but there are combination of concepts, the multiple concepts in it, but they don't explain the concept, why it has to be done exactly in the same way. No, I'll try my own way. You try in your own way. Do you understand? So the way, I mean, the way you ask it's different, and my question is completely different. I have a custom. I mean, I have a different problem. You have your different problem. So there is no common thing in it. So how the AI understand your problem and my problem? You have to ask the same with a common point. So even for my problem, even your problem, there must be a common prompt. So you have to ask in that way itself to get the right answer. Okay. It's called prompt engineering. So it is $1 million question for most of the people to ask up to write a prompt accurately. That is your, this is to build this. We have almost killed a month to sort this out, to add all this. And this extension is very cheaper again. This extension is very cheaper. Seriously. If you have this, and this is using not a ChatGPT 3.5, it's 3. It's a 4 again. Okay, it's not 3.5 nothing. Let me show you the same result. I'll ask the same result. It's telling me the entire story. So let me finish this quickly. ChatGPT 3.5. Let me ask the same question. Now see the answer how it's install the Dynamo, input walls and ducts. Okay, the explanation is very simple and short. Okay, let me see what it is saying. Create a new Dynamo script. Okay, input walls. You will need to input the walls and ducts from the Revit project into the Dynamo. You can do this by using select model elements. Select model elements, how it is, and choosing the category of walls and ducts. It's not clear and specific. Extract geometry, element.geometry. Yeah, perfect. So this is the element.geometry node is from so long. I mean, the day the Dynamo have launched, the element.geometry node is there. So that's the reason it's taking it. Okay, element.geometry node to extract the both of the walls and ducts. Collision detection, geometry dot does intersect, filter clashes. So there is no proper input here. There is no proper, I'm sorry, output here. I mean, I can't understand anything because it's not telling, in a stepwise. I didn't change any question. The same question where I asked ChatGPT 4, it's the same I asked in the 3.5 as well. So this is the result between that. And everyone cannot, no one can afford the ChatGPT 4, even though they would like to have one. Because 25,000 I'm using very rare. Like my company won't allow me to write the Dynamo scripts. So why should I buy 25? Why should I buy with the 25,000? True. For that reason, for our students, we have developed this. So you're going to get this access for like limited time. And if you want to get it on license based, so I hope you guys are already in my WhatsApp group, and it's 4,999 for 1 year, and you can write unlimited and with no limitations, nothing. You can write unlimited scripts. Understand? Okay. So if you are interested, then you can directly text me on my WhatsApp to get this. So we'll release an access for you and start learning. Okay. Well, so let me introduce myself. I'm an owner of like two companies. One is Bimera Private Limited. So this is purely like BIM automation company, and the second one it is AI Labs. So we provide artificial intelligence solutions to the businesses, not only on the BIM, for all. Even you are a sales, you're running your own firm or whatever. So we'll help uh, you know, developing AI solutions. We'll automate your process just like that. So if there is a doctor who will keep on checks, entire database of it. So we simply automate it. Okay, for example, you're a professional, so you will be drafting an emails, like around 5 to 10 emails in a day, like 50 to 100 emails in a day, but you're very bad in language. So the AI will understand the previous emails, and it will draft an email, just like that. You don't need to waste, like, minutes and hours to draft an email. So we are providing these kind of solutions. Understand? Okay, only for the professionals. Clear? So this monkey team is for students, and that too for the people who wants to step their career into the BIM automation. Trust me, this has really help you like a lot. When it comes to me, I'm having total 14 plus years of experience in this industry, and when it comes to the automation, total 6 plus. And you know, like when it comes to the coding experience, I'm having total 22 years of experience in teaching and everything. And trust me, you'll thoroughly enjoy my sessions because I'll focus on the candidates who are slow learners. Okay, if you're a slow learner, my focus would be on you. And until unless you understand the concept, I don't jump into the next concept. And I don't teach any Dynamo scripts in my training. Okay, so most of the approaching for to learn Dynamo, and they're requesting for the demo. I can't take, if I would like to take a demo for this 82 people, so 82 into 2 hours. My goodness. So when do I do my business? True. So for that sake, we just like, had a one simple demo and explaining everything. Okay. Clear? So trust me, guys, you will thoroughly enjoy my training for sure. Okay, and it's my responsibility to take the fear out from your mind. And like coding is a very tough. Most of the people say coding is a tough. Coding is tough. Arey, who told you? Just come and ask me. You know, talk to me. I'll just clear the things to him. Like why you're saying the coding is different. It's a very easy. And that too, the things we learn in the Dynamo. So the next level to the Dynamo is a Python. Python is not before before the Dynamo. You don't need to have at least like 1% of knowledge to learn this Dynamo. 1% of knowledge in coding to learn this Dynamo. Seriously, first take that out from your mind completely. Okay, if you're a zero, if you hate coding, still you can come and learn this. Understand? Okay. Go and talk to the people who connected to me on LinkedIn or who got certified from my training institute. You can find the certifications on LinkedIn a lot. Okay. So you just type Bimmer Academy, you will find the people. So you go and text them. If you got the positive result, come and join us. Understand? Okay. So the way everybody say, it's very clear and very clear and very well explained. Okay, so I don't treat you like a student. I'll treat you like my the friend, and I don't even like to call me as a sir. Understand? Like brother, even I'll text you with a brother. Yeah, a sister, are you okay? So this is the way. Okay, so well, let's coming to the this part. Yeah, before we step into it, anyone have any questions? Let me see in the chat box. If you have any questions, let me know. You can use chat box. Can you show once again what was the task and prompt? Nilesh, that is like getting the clash elements between the walls and nuts. Okay, so this is, I'll show again for you. Okay, this is the one. I'll just copy that in the chat box. Okay. Do you mean monkey team give guidance to write any script? Yeah, of course. Why not? It will give you. You just ask me anything. I'll ask monkey team in front of you. Okay. So is this work on mobile too? No, this is a VS Code application, Abhishek. This is Visual Studio Code application. To learn a Python or any languages, there are many platforms. But based on the majority, the install rate uh, and more flexibility, the Visual Studio Code extension is really awesome. Really, really awesome. Okay. Because it helps you a lot. So, for example, if I just, we have a more features. For example, let me remove this. I have a code. I have a code like this. Or else let me ask something. Revit, I'm a API with Python developer. So there are two things again in this. So Revit Dynamo Expert, Revit API with Python development, and Revit API with C# development. So this is for the beginners. Revit Dynamo, it is for the beginners. For next level advanced developers, it will be like a Revit API with Python. If you have a 6 months of strong experience, like in Python development, then I would suggest you to go with the C# development, because the Revit has designed in the C# language with the .NET programming. So you are using a translator like a Python translator to understand a C# code. Okay, fine. Let me show you how it is exactly. Revit API docs. Revit API docs in 2024. So if I want to draw a cable tray class. Okay, in the cable tray class members, let's say I want to create a cable tray, creates a new instance of cable tray. Let's say create a cable tray, and I have a C# code, and I have a Visual Basic code, and I have a Visual C++ code. Okay, cool. Let me copy this. Let me copy this, and I'll just paste that here. I'll just copy that. Okay, so right click, and I have a monkeyTeam, ask anything, code completion, explain the code. Okay, find bugs. It will do everything. Let me ask anything. Can you convert this into Revit Python code? I'm just asking, like, can you please convert this into Revit Python code? So there will be minor adjustments. Very easy. It's because C# code and Python code both are same. The syntax and the way we write, it's completely different. So you have to follow some. I mean, it is explaining this different one. No, I didn't copy the proper syntax. And this is not a py file. Act as a Revit, Revit Python developer. Can you translate? Can you help me translate? Can you help me translate the below code into Revit Python? Don't get confused. Revit Python code. Okay. Can you help me translate the below C# code? Okay. C# code. And then hit enter. So now it's translating the given C# code into the Revit Python code, involves adapting the syntax. So this is the way you're supposed to write in a Python. So I have already a C# code. So how do you write it in the Python? Very simple. So we just simply copy this content. We'll just simply copy this content and paste that in the place where you exactly use it. For me, it's in the Dynamo. I have a place to write the Python script. So just double click here and then copy paste that here. So it will help you, right? There are most of the features like I've added here. So you can add the comments. For example, if I just click on comments, I don't know what I asked this code to generate. It has generated a content, but I don't understand clearly. And I want this app to be add a comments for every single line or every different function. Then it will write it. See, I'll just simply insert that. Now for wall and walls collector, what it is exactly doing? Loop through each wall object in the walls collector collection. See? So I have a walls collector. I have a number of walls here, and it's sending like wall one by one. And print a work in progress message for each iteration. For every line, it's adding comments. So you can easily understand the code like even though you're a very beginner. Understand? Okay. So for example, forget about the coding part since you are very new to it. I know. Let's ask the Dynamo stuff. I mean, act as a what? Act as a Dynamo expert in an educational tone and the instructional tutorial style. Select, can you generate? Okay, there are few tasks. So you have to decide which task have to be selected. Okay. So can you generate a Dynamo graph? Um, just give me any script. I mean, if you are an automation developer, so which task you automate first? Tell me. Could you please give a demo of automation pipe sizing for water supply or sprinkler? Could you please provide a demo for automation pipe sizing? What is this? Let me copy. Place here. Let me copy the same here. Okay. Could you please generate a graph, dynamo graph to to, to automate pipe sizing for water supply? Okay, for water supply. Let's see. Even I don't know. Let me read that. So now it's giving me a a prompt. So you have to write a prompt like this. So when I just insert on this, then either if I need a code, I'll just check the code. No, I don't want a code now. Explain, and I can ask like explain every single node and inputs to be connected to the connecting nodes. Let's say hit enter. Yeah, I have to ask one more thing, like give a logic to do that. Okay, I don't know who asked the Somnath Basti. Okay, so first define inputs. Automating pipe sizing for water supply system using Dynamo. In this exercise, we'll walk you through creating a Dynamo graph to automate the sizing of pipes. Okay, before diving into the Dynamo graph, establish the input parameters like pipe sizing. What do you exactly need? The factors like water flow rate, you require a water flow rate, pressure drop tolerance, and pipe material, and the fittings used in the system. So these inputs will guide the sizing calculations in the Dynamo graph. Is this correct, Somnath? I'm not aware of this. Seriously. So is this correct? Hmm? Is that true? Okay, so and first it is okay, it's done. So define the inputs and select pipe type and material. To select that, I mean to set it the pipe type and material, you have to use element.get parameter value by name. And to specify something like you will be using element.set parameter by name. So calculate the flow rate and after that determine the pipe size toward and including the fittings and accessories. So it's explaining like the
Yes, sir.
stepwise work. Correct. Do you understand? So
Ah,
it's
yes.
it's giving you like one by one. Now in step,
Okay, okay.
if I asked what are the nodes to be required to play with this, it will give you everything. Okay. Now get all model lines present in the family. Okay, fine. Um, Nilesh, you're asking my name. I'm sorry. My name is Kumar. Okay, my name is Rajesh Kumar, and you can find me on LinkedIn with name of Rajesh Kumar. Okay, with Bimera. Wants to connect over LinkedIn. Good. Okay, so how can one join your class? Text me on my WhatsApp on the same number you received the text. Okay, or else I'm dropping my contact number here 9160567890. Okay, so I'm on WhatsApp on the same number. You can text me. The session is a session recording. If yes, we can emerge it. You can find it on my YouTube channel method. I'll share it anyways. Don't worry. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to leave now. Okay, so don't leave this. So will this course help to us to create a script from the scratch, or it's just okay? No, funny question. No, exactly. This will help you because you must know the logic. For example, the same thing For example, if I ask the same, like the question, can you help me giving a logic to develop above script? Okay, let me change the logic now. Someone asked something. Starting salaries. I'll explain you. Like, can you ask to create a script for the bridge deck? Control C. So this is somehow advanced. Okay, you should have a geometrical background to understand this. Okay. Anyways, let me. Oh, just copy it like that. Okay. Fine. Let's see how it's explaining. You will get the logic here. If you are getting a logic without using your brain for like days and days, seriously, that really makes sense, no? So in this instructional exercise will guide you through creating a script in Dynamo to generate a bridge. Like the bridge deck is a critical component of bridge deck construction, providing the roadway. So first it is telling you to define the parameters. What are the parameters it required and create the structural elements. And it is explaining, try to understand very clearly. It is explaining you in a educational tone. Okay, to get the result in a professional tone, you have to change this. The logic behind developing the script for a bit strict involves a systematic approach to understanding, analyzing load distribution, and then generating the documentation by breaking down the process. Okay, so I don't understand anything here. Okay, since I have to go one by one to understand, since it's a infra one. Okay, so if I copy this, if I ask the same, way, like with a professional tone, with a technical or detailed style, then it explain you what kind of a notes to be used even to create this stuff, to create the same thing. Understand? Is this clear, everyone? Okay, so this will help you a lot to write a script from the scratch. Understand? Okay, so any other questions? Um, will this goes? How will be the scope of
Hello.
BIM automation in BIM industry? Bhupalan, this is completely like, it's not even like 3 to 4 years. The entire CAD, the companies have transformed themselves into the BIM companies. So even it won't take much time to transform from BIM to BIM automation. Our future is in automation, whether you believe it or not. Okay, because once the AI enter into it, so the people will be losing their jobs if they are not up to, like to upskill. Understand? Okay, so this is going to be mandate. Some companies may accept this, some companies may not. Okay, generally, if you have um, let's say you have a 500 diffusers in a level one, like how long it will take to place, if you are a mechanical guy, how long it will take to place a 500 diffusers? Just drop your answer in the chat box. How long it will take you to place 500 diffusers? Hmm? Guys, you can ask the chat box to reply. At least unmute your mic and answer, like how long it will take. A whole day. Abhishek, can you show any demo?
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
no, sir. Actually, it will take more time, sir.
Hmm. What if you have a 50 floors building and they are not typical? They're not typical. In
Hmm.
every floor, they have different level, I mean, like ceiling levels, and you can't use even copy paste as well. How long it will take to
Hmm.
finish a 50 floors building? days.
Of course, it will take more time for us to do the work, sir. Model work.
Correct. Correct. No. Let me show you one thing which we developed before. Addons.bimera.com cat to rabbit fixtures. Now let me change this to 720. And if you see this, the base for the to develop this add-in again, it's a Dynamo only. Okay, this is the initial concept. It was like Dynamo, and we have converted that into the add-in later. So it is asking me to select the CAD file, which is loaded in the at the bottom, if you notice it. So that's CAD file, and I've selected the CAD file. And every CAD file have some layers, and the circles have a different block name. I hope you are aware of this. So in the layers, I've picked like the zero layers, and I've choose the ceiling light, 60 watt, 120. See, when I just click on a create fixtures, the 33 elements were created. So it could be a lighting fixture or a sprinkler or a diffuser. It could be anything. It directly hosts, to the ceilings in the model. If there is no ceiling, no, you cannot. It cannot. If there is a ceiling, yes, it will be. Understand? Okay. So this is
Nice.
the way you can see that the elements were placed highlights. You see that? Okay, not only this, let me show you a few more. Flag at clash points. So this will help you. I mean, you know how engineers are so crazy. My engineers always with I have a very bad experiences with them. Where is this? Oh, okay. So this will help you, the placing. This is generating a clash report, and wherever there is a clash, it's placing the flags over there. I don't know why this guy have uploaded the. You can see some flags. See, so wherever there is a clash, which is adding a flag over there. Like you can do all this kind of a stuff with the help of a dynamo. The entire like the things which I'm showing you here. The base is so this is completely like the CAD file. It's completely like see HVAC CAD file. If you see that HVAC ducts.dwg file, and we don't have any elements here. So we have developed. This is a very old one. I think it's like for I think like 3-4 years before video this is okay. So cat to fixtures, we have developed a cat to fixtures. Like we this is only for the corporate companies, not for everyone. Okay, so we have sold this to many companies, like to place to get this thing. Generally, if you are a modeler or a coordinator, maximum either you will do like duct modeling or like tray modeling or wall modeling or any run. Either you play with the runs or else you play with the point-based elements. Nothing new again. I mean, either it's like wall-based elements or like ceiling-based elements or a floor-based elements. You're playing with a point-based element or a line-based element. So what if the companies started buying all these add-ins and they just hire a one BIM modeler who doesn't have even a basic experience, like to do the refined kind of a stuff. Where do you go? Do you understand? Okay. But unfortunately, the add-ins are completely different to the Dynamo. Okay. Add-ins you cannot customize it, but the Dynamo things can be customized. And you can use the same thing if you have developed a script, you can use in n number of projects. Understand? Okay. So let's see how it's cat to MVP. So HVAC ducts, that's a DWG file, and that's a layer. And I want you to, I mean, if you notice this, cable tray, either duct or a pipe. So these are the only ones. Later on, we have added conduits and walls and a lot. This is a 3 years old one. Okay, so width. So this add-in is supposed to detect the distance. I mean, the distance between the line to line in the CAD. That will be like a width, and I'm fixing it at the height of 2300. You can see that there are some, the ducts placed. Now, let me add more widths. Now, let's go to the 3D. Now I can see all the 3D elements. Got it? Later on, we have added like including the fittings and everything. Okay. So this is not you just have to decide how it's going to be if you are from like reinforcement, if you are from structural background. Obviously, what do you see exactly after? See how easy it is. To do this, how long it will take? Any structural guy here? Any structural guy here? Hmm? Bhupalan. How long it will take? Hmm? 3D views from rooms. Okay. So, I mean, when you can simply copy the elements, I mean, you can get the element ID from linked elements. It takes 15 minutes. But if you have more elements, how long it will take? You decide that. Okay. So flag at cache points, and there are a few more like MEP rerouter if you are on MEP guy. So this is just like initially like will split. So where I need exactly MEP rerouter. And after I developed this, most of the people have copied. I've released this for free, like in the initial stage. After that, a few guys have copied and used it and released as it's their, as it's they have done it, and we have claimed on them, and they released some solid fund. We got a very very solid fund for his mistake. Okay, so for all this, to doing all this, the base is the Dynamo only. Since I've started from the Dynamo, I've learned from the Dynamo, and we have all this through the help of the Dynamo only. Understand? We have only two kind of things: either line-based modeling or else point-based modeling. So I've shown you the exercise. I mean, like some examples, like how you where you can use like point-based elements. I mean, point-based kind of stuff. If a company started buying these add-ons and no electrical modelers, no exactly, even the CAD draftsman is more than enough, and they don't need to pay that much to the CAD draftsmen. True. So what is this? It has to be manual placement. Can you explain? I don't understand. What is this? Rebar placing is simple, but as percent. That is different. I mean, this is a old one. I don't have the updated one in this um, uh, machine, Bayak. Okay, I can't present it now. I'll have to update this later. I'll be adding more. Okay, fine. So, will the Dynamo help to classify the point cloud data and create? Shashikaran, nice question, but that is too complicated. To be frank, playing with a uh, scan to BIM projects, you have to understand the geometrical part. Okay, it needs more in-depth knowledge in the geometry, but it is doable. I'm not saying it cannot be done. It is doable in the initial stage. If you would like to start, it'll take months. Even though with my teachings and everything, it'll take months, at least like 3 to 6 months to reach up to that extent. Okay, to step into it. Okay, to play with the project kind of stuff and doing all this, that's fine. But scan to BIM, it's completely different than all this. Okay, cool. So let me explain something related to our Dynamo training program. So this is total 60 hours training, and it takes a month. Okay, and that too it is after your office hours. And that too it is after your office hours. Okay, so 8:30 to 10:30 daily we have a 2 hour session, and for the first 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes it will be like a Q&A part. So until unless I clear your doubts, we don't step into the training. So like we have a 20 to 30 students in a batch, and you are keep on asking the questions and irritating me. Still, I'll cancel that session and I'll keep on clearing your doubts. Understand? Until unless if you, I mean, the 30 people I note down with, they come up with the 30 questions or 60 questions. I'll clear every single question, and if let's postpone that session, no problem. But I have to clear that and then we'll step into it. Okay. So we have another platform for the students where they use the monkeyTeam in a different place. So if I switch this, if I switch a team, I'll just go to the Dynamo students. So the people, I mean, you guys are like, for example, you're 63 people here. So all of you can come and join here and, ask your questions here. And it will give you the exact result as like the application. This is a web-based application. That is a desktop application. Okay, but generally I do suggest like a desktop application to go with, but it is a one license and this can be in multiple missions. Okay, so if you ask something, it results something and you can see. And this is like a team. ChatGPT, it is only for personal, but this is for like, it's like a team. So this is under development stage. That is the reason I didn't explain anything here. That is under development stage now. So it'll take some time, maybe like 2 or 3 more days. Okay. So trust me, guys, Dynamo is really, really easy. Don't listen to anyone words that it's tough. It needs that to go with in prayer. Seriously, no. It is a very, very easy tool. If you have a proper direction and the way you learn, who is teaching you exactly in that direction, trust me, you are going to be expert in no time. And whether you believe it or not, to write your first script, just give me only 3 days of your time, just like 6 hours. You'll be start writing your own script very confidently, just 3 days. Because in that 3 days, I'm going to teach you the hard concept. So that hard concept will help you to understand how the dynamo works. So if you know how the dynamo is working, so you can open ChatGPT and you can clear the things from the fourth day, fifth day, the different concepts. Since like you miss any sessions, anyway you have a recordings, so no problem. You can go through the recordings whenever after if you have any submissions on Fridays, no need to join. You just go through the recording once you reach home, and then you do practice on your Saturday and Sundays. So anyways, you have an access to my application like the monkey team, and get ask the logics, ask the tasks, so what it can create. And if you don't know, see, I have listed a number of tasks. If you are an architectural guy, so what tasks you can automate it? I have attached this PDF. I've attached this PDF, like what you're going to learn and what are the tasks that you can do here. Okay. Mechanical tasks. automate extraction and documentation of project scope and requirements for initial project standards, coordination, mechanical tasks like HVAC system element generation, ductwork and pipe routing automation. So equipment placement optimization scripts. So you can create bunch of the tasks with the help of the Dynamo. Seriously, and this is not only for like one. It saves a lot of time. Seriously, it saves a lot of time. Understand? Okay. So, but I can promise one thing. It's my assurance. I'll make you expert in writing the Dynamo scripts without looking into any external resources. This is not only like a training part, will have a lot of motivation stuff, like how you go through this entire, in the training program. Understand? Okay. So, when it discipline training in the sense, no Vijay, seriously, because we have 20-30 students. They're from different disciplines. And to teach you concept, I don't want to pick any particular like discipline like architectural structure. I mean, if you ask me, I'll give you an example. So if you ask me to explain the same concept on the structural, I can explain. So somebody asked me, can you please explain the same concept in a mechanical? Yeah, I can explain. Do you understand? So I need an element to play to make you understand that concept. So this is completely like a conceptual training, not a script, not kind of a scriptural training. If you are expecting scripts, go and watch YouTube. Go and watch YouTube. Don't join my training. Seriously. Understand? So this is not the way, what the others are doing. So this is like a theoretical part, including a lot of examples, and mostly forget about theoretical. So theory, like you have a 20%, and explanations like you have a 30 to 40%, and the examples again like 30-40%. So the total, like with 100%, it's completely like club. And why you have to do it in that way? So what if you have done in another way? What happens? So I'll explain you in that strategies. Understand? My way of style is completely different. Okay, not like others. Okay. So the one who is an expert in Dynamo means no need to be a Revit modeler on the moment. Okay. Uh, Actually, no. Okay. But generally, even though a Dynamo cannot do everything, Shashikaran. Okay. So if you compare like the Dynamo with API, so don't say that it's a Dynamo. Okay. I mean, if you are an API developer, no, you will never step back into a modeling thing again. So my personal experience, in 2017, I worked in Atkins, in Gurgaon. So that time I was like senior BIM modeler. Okay, my journey was very fast and smart. Like in 4 years, I switched almost like 6 companies. Okay, in just matter of 4 years, like here and there, like I worked in Dubai for like 6 months, and I quit there and joined a Singapore, and then Singapore to Qatar, and Qatar to Delhi again, and then I started my own company, and again back to Dubai, and then back to India, and now it's my own company. So just matter of 4 years, like you can go through my profile, like my CV on my LinkedIn profile. You'll come to know that. Okay. So when I was learning this Dynamo, my manager used to roam behind me. I know there is a task can be done in 4 hours. So just I say like, I used to finish the same task in just matter of like 15 to 30 minutes. And then I sit for the 3.5 hours idle to learn something new. So I just go to the other, the mechanical guy or plumbing guy. So what are you doing? Can I help you automate something? So I did something and I helped the people, and then we just go around, roam and out, roam for a smoke or a chai or something. So then, like, utilize the company as. So later on, I got some, I mean, the next I have explained all this, the automation things I've done in the Atkins, and then I got the job in the Jacobs at the same time in the Ecom as well. But the only the designation matters there. So I chose the better designation with the less salary than the high paid. So Jacobs offered me 89,000 and Acom offered me like 72,000. There is a 17,000 difference, but it's still I picked because of the designation. I like the designation. I choose there. There it's complete like an automation. The day I joined an automation and an Acom, I haven't come back again uh, to the modeling part, even not even as a coordinator. So my position was completely keep on, like that. And then automation trainer, then the API developer, and then implementation, BIM automation and implementation expert. Uh, in Autodesk the resellers platform. Okay, so that was my journey. Trust me, you will never like to go back again because you love it. You don't need to visit even office as well. I mean, in this scenarios, if you are a developer, nobody monitors you because even your manager doesn't know what you're exactly doing. Understand? And I mean, once you become a developer, you don't write your own code. You don't need to spend that. You don't need to waste your brain as well. So you can use monkeyTeam or ChatGPT and ask that to write a script. So it'll write a script, refine it, fix it if there are any bugs, and then simply finish your task. So you will tell that like this task will take like 3 days because if you have created a task, it's going to be save a number of hours in the project. So the manager will allow you, but you have designed the same thing, you have developed the script just matter of like 10 to 15 minutes, but you ask for the 3 days time. So spend it again on learning. Do you understand? Do you understand, guys? So utilize your company hours. Utilize your company hours for learning. Why you have to spend some additional to do that, to reach up to that extent, you must have a chance to do all this stuff. So come and learn. I'll tell you one thing. Like 4 years ago, when I started my the Dynamo training journey as a trainer, like that was 15 hours course. That was 15 hours course, and the course fee is some X amount. It's 25,000. Now this is 60 hours course. Still, I do charge the same 25,000. So why exactly? I mean, I've added a lot of terminologies, a lot of technologies. I'm using I'm using like I used to teach like a prompt engineering before. After then I teach like ChatGPT. After that, now I have designed a tool for you to make you expert in no time. The only reason we are into the outsourcing, it's for my profit. I have invested some X amount to develop this application. Why? Even I don't charge anything from you to for this application. You are going to consume a lot of tokens which charges more. If you the way you ask the more questions, it costs me more, but still it's a complimentary for you. But for example, if you ask a question here, it costs like 10 rupees something. For me, let's 10 rupees or 5 rupees. You ask 100 questions today. So it costs like 500 or 5,000. Let it be. Do you understand? You prepare a complete content for yourself. I mean, whenever you have an access, go and get it. If you are practicing and you are ready to, join as a developer, we are an outsourcing company. So when we place you, the company pays me. So whatever you utilized you consume the company's property. So I'm going to get it back in terms of after placing you into the company. So as a businessman, I supposed to think in this way. Understand? So mutual benefit. So as a mutual benefit, you are becoming more knowledgeable. That's what I need. That's what I need. Okay. And then we are offering you for the same thing and learn it very well. If you have any questions during the training, you can knock my, like my WhatsApp door, even in the midnight, 2 o'clock, but don't disturb me every day. Okay. You can harass me like anything. Trust me. I'm gonna be like your slave for 1 month. During that 60 years, I'm gonna slave for you. Understand? You can utilize that, and we have a different places to clear your doubts. Like, so we have a document. If you have any questions, generally if the students have any questions, they'll ask here. So the one, got it. Okay, floor area showing null value, Rajesh. Can you please help me? So I fixed the answer, yes. So the second question, the answer, the second question and the answer for that, and third, fourth question. So I will keep on. We are having like you know a different platform, and like I'd like to understand the what you exactly gonna do. So somebody asked me, Rajesh, I want to arrange a tag in a proper way. So what exactly is it doable? Yes, it can be done. So what it needs exactly to play with, you need a diamond geometry. And here is the logic from the ChatGPT. This is when we don't have the monkey team before. Understand? Most of the people ask me, Rajesh, if you ask anything here, it's gonna give you the logic immediately. It's gonna give you the logic immediately. So what it has to be done, what you exactly need, and everything. So how many questions we have, and how many solutions we have. And this guy is an electrical guy. So someone is from architectural background. The another guy is from architecture, electrical, mechanical, structure guy. So 2D to 3D. So he wants to do something like 2D lens to 3D lens. Okay. So formwork script, wall and column cladding. So there are many. Five. Can I? Can I? Control all, see all this. There are how many questions? There are 206. There are 206 ideas. So from a student, this is recently shared. I didn't take the pre. I'm trying to be more, productive for everyone. Understand? I should be a resource to make you knowledgeable. That's it. Whatever it is, which cost like additional, I'm gonna pay. Do you understand? For external resources, and I'm gonna educate you like anything. And trust me, automation is our future. BIM automation is our future. Don't take it as a, like, ah, who will do it? No, it's not my piece of cake. Don't go with these kind of things. Okay. For example, if you go for an interview, most of the positions, I don't know whether you have seen this or not, which I shared on WhatsApp. The many people, the many openings. Where is that? Dynamo. So these are the positions. These are the positions we have, Sandro working on LinkedIn. We are hiring BIM developer, looking for BIM coordinates who needs exactly like the Dynamo experience. So everywhere, like if I just click on this, the LinkedIn post, somewhere they're expecting like Control F, Dynamo C, the knowledge of Dynamo scripting, like Excel Manager, Autodesk, and so go with some of the post again, Control F, Dynamo, and see the qualifications what exactly in it. So if you know the Dynamo, if you go for an interview with the list of scripts you have created and you present, like I used to take a screenshots, the complete like I used to take around like 50 to 75 pages of document. Seriously, I can show you in the session with on a video call, like how I have created, and I used to take that all the time in a file with to every interview. So this is what I done, and it saves a number of hours. It saves a number of hours. So I can do this if you want me to customize it in there. So apart from the 50 to 75 tasks, I don't sit idle. I don't sit idle. I'll go and talk to every. You just have to be very confident. You just hire me as a BIM developer. I'm gonna fix every single thing, uh, for all the disciplines, and I can do this. I can do this. I can do that. I can do this. So if you can able to do this, there is no other option. If you are expecting like If you're getting like 6 lakh package, make it 12. There is a chance in the BIM development. I mean, if you join um, just my previous experience, the switch between in the 4 years, the ratio, it's not even like 10 to 15% hike. Very ridiculous. Why should I change my company for like 6,000, 7,000 hike? Oh, I could buy some flowers to my wife every day. Is it? No, not exactly. If you, the step should be at least like 50 to 75% hike. The way the IT people get it. Only that can happen only in the IT industry. And now you're transforming the BIM into the BIM IT, not complete IT, BIM IT. And you can go and check with the developers. I mean, because I'm into the outsourcing like platform. Our first vertical is an outsourcing. We have placed almost like 350 candidates so far in the companies, and they're very, very big companies, and they're Boda companies also. Understand? Okay. So I seen even the small companies, they like to form a team who knows this kind of the automation strategies, and they're paying very, very good, not like the same. Understand? It's not exactly like the same. You can minimum expect like minimum to minimum you can expect 30 to 40% hike if you switch yourself into a BIM automation developer. So your investment is like 25,000, and the main investment is like a 60 hours, and after that the practice. Trust me, if you get a position like the way you get the salaries are completely like even you can't imagine it. That's the way it is. Understand? So come and learn this. Okay, we have number of positions and on Dynamo. We are hiring Revit API developer. Hiring Revit developer. We keep on posting and more, and we are acting like a hiring partner for most of the companies. We have our own self-assessment platform. The AI creates a questions in front of you, so we don't have any own predefined questions. No, we have our own platform which picks some questions from you and create the questions for you. Seriously, we are developing such a platform, and it's almost like 60% ready. So once this is ready, most of the BIM companies are going to buy this. Understand? To assess a person, it's going to be, and it will tell you like how confident you are, and it recognize your voice and confidence, your communication skills, and everything, and then it will send the self-assessment report, your report, to the companies directly. Understand? To all the companies which are linked to. That's how it is. So we have very huge plans in AI labs. Okay, fine, that's different. So Revit API developer, and we are developing a platform where, for example, this lady have placed like posted this on 4 months ago. So whenever she has posted, immediately you are the first person who is going to be apply for it. This is the way we have designed an application. Understand? So you are the first person and first in, first out. So you have huge chances to get selected. No, you have seen this after a month, you applied, someone has already occupied it, even though you're skilled. So we don't let it happen. Understand? Okay. So there are many things are waiting for you. Once you are a student, it's my responsibility to make your time investment and money investment should be 10 to 20 times profitable. This is what. And most of my students are working for me as a freelancers. Even that's a different role again. Do you understand? Okay. So think on it, guys. Okay. So you have 15 minutes more, like to clear your questions. And trust me, this is really going to be a game-changing concept in BIM in coming years. So don't take this as a light. Understand? Okay. Clear? So anyone have any questions? Uh-huh. Ram Vikas, many experts write their script as per the requirement in their own way. Being a beginner, how long it's take to write my script for my requirements? And maximum a month. Maximum a month. I mean, in the week itself, you can start seeing yourself. You can see the difference in yourself, because trust me, in just a week. Because in the first 3 days, the fear. I mean, like there is an NTR movie. First day, this will happen. Second day, like in a very dramatic way. Okay, I can say that in the first 3 days you can see yourself understanding the dynamo things. Okay, in next 3 days you start like to write your own code. I mean your own dynamo scripts. Trust me. Okay, so this is the way your journey would be. Okay, clear? And I'm gonna assign you a tutor for you who is nothing but like monkey team. Who's nothing but like a monkey team. He is gonna be a best tutor for you. Ask anything. I mean, after I explain a concept, go and do some research on this. Do you understand? You'll have a lot of information here itself. You'll never come back to me again with the same question again. Understand? It'll give you the best scripts, the best task. If I ask Rajesh today explained, I have explained like get parameter and set parameter nodes. So can you create some basic tasks? How can you play with using these two set of nodes? Then it will give you the tasks. So create those tasks and take it a printout and keep it with you. Simple. Understand? Post it on LinkedIn. Most of my opportunities I haven't applied for any job in even Naukri. No, seriously. I don't have even a account as well. Most of my opportunities came through the LinkedIn only, because I used to be more active on LinkedIn, because that is the best platform, whether you believe it or not, that is the best platform for the career. Seriously. Okay. To connect to the professional, connections. That's a best platform. That's more than enough to get a better position. If you're being more active, then. And when it comes to the certification part, let me show you. LinkedIn. Is this incognito? Okay. LinkedIn. So if I say era academy, if I hit enter, I can see some posts. The people who got certified from Bimera. So this is the feedback from the people. Where are all my posts, buddy? Okay, let's see someone. Okay, it's like posted 3 weeks ago, but why it is? I think I have to sort by date. Okay, fine. Anyways, this is a badge, and this is complete like a certified. It's not like a piece of paper. Understand? It's a digitalized one. So you can, I mean, the people, I mean, if I visit this profile, Omkar profile, you can, I mean, the companies who are ready to hire candidates, okay, they'll go and find the certifications in the LinkedIn. So under license and certifications, you'll get this. I mean, you can see that here. You can see that here, like license under set and show credentials. You can see that, yeah, one. And the people, I mean, the HR will just click on this, show credential, and that is issued with the 60 hours course training. And you can see that like verify credential, and she'll check out. I mean, this is what actually Autodesk is calling. I mean, I want to do the same, so we have developed the similar platform related to it. Understand? So if you want to download this credential, like download this as a PNG or badge or certificate as a PDF, you can do that. Okay, clear? So there are like more inventions are waiting for my students. Seriously, you are going to benefit like anything. If there is a source which can help my students, I'll develop that. So this is the way. I mean, I don't even charge extra for that. Do you understand? Okay. So ultimately, like I want you to be placed in such positions. In every company, our students should be there. That is what my agenda simple. Okay. Clear, everyone? So and it's very very easy, guys. Trust me. The Dynamo is very very easy. Let me check if I miss anything explained. Anyone have any questions?
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you on the voice.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, after this course, we will become a Dynamo expert or a developer. See, I'm
No.
having
Dy-
confusion
This
in this.
is a you will be become a Dynamo expert, and we don't have an basic like basic level of Dynamo, intermediate level of Dynamo. We don't have any such. It's complete like an expert level of training it is. Understand? So I do
Okay,
teach the concepts, everything. Okay. So the fee which is already disclosed here. So it's 25,000. Okay. So the certificate will be provided and it's like registered certification. But and we will providing the ChatGPT access for your practice for the limited. Okay. So we have placed around like
okay,
350 candidates and you can expect the hike more than 40 to 70% once you're done with this. Only with the Dynamo. After API, you can't even expect the same 40 to 70. It will be not with a 40. You can expect a lot. Even sometimes you may double your salary as well. But for example, you have 2 years of experience candidate. You can expect like 7-8 lakhs. It's not even 50% or 100%. It's beyond than that. Do you understand? Okay. So we have tried around more than, I mean, I have tried like more than 1,000+ candidates, including managers, quantity surveyors, coordinators, modelers, who not, everyone. Understand? Okay. So there are 3 different levels, by the way. So the first one, it's like, let me show you here. So this is a level 1, and you are going to learn all this during, one more, man. ChatGPT. Copy style. Okay, so there's a chat. I think I already added here. No, yeah. So there is a chat GPT also added. Chat GPT also added. So introduction to the prompt engineering. So we have designated prompts like the way you, yeah, sure. So the way you ask that the monkey team, because we don't use ChatGPT anyways, because it's expensive and I can't offer the ChatGPT license for you. Okay. So for that reason, like we have developed this platform especially for our students, and you can thoroughly enjoy this learning, and I'll make it happen. Trust me. Clear? So I have to leave. Any questions? Any questions? You
Sir,
guys are really paying
hello,
attention.
sir.
Yeah.
Rohan, hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Tell me, Rohan.
Yeah. Sir, I want to learn Dynamo, but before that, I'm not that Revit expert. So, will this course help
How
me
many
in
how
developing
many
my Revit skills as well?
how many months of experience you
Yeah,
have in Revit?
not much, like just one month of Revit course.
Not for you.
I've just done, not very
Not
well
for you.
expert or yeah.
Not for you. This is not for you.
Yeah,
I mean,
you could say, yeah.
at least you would have minimum 6 months of experience. If I asked you something, like if
Uh,
coordinator asked you to do something, you should able to do it. If you
hmm,
know how to do that process, you can automate it. Because before you play with an automation stuff, you should know how to
yeah,
do it manually. Understand, Rohan? So
yes,
this is not
yes.
okay. You first get the enough experience
Okay,
onto it, then you can learn it. Okay.
okay.
I
So
can
do you all
say
provide Revit as well?
no. It's purely an automation company, and it's an automation
Oh,
institute. We don't train on Revit or Mars, no nothing. AutoCAD. We don't train anything.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. So thank you.
yeah. So any other questions?
Rajesh, hi. Yeah,
Yes,
Hello,
Supreet.
hello, sir.
this is
Yeah.
Supreet. Yes. Rajesh, so pertaining API connections which you showcased right now,
Hmm.
uh, my concerns are like I usually use modeling for Revit, and I have integrated Lumion as my add-on for rendering purposes.
Hmm.
And basically for silent part of the work, I use Lumion.
Hmm.
And do you have any courses on basically visualizations, either connecting with Twinmotion or any Corona kind of renders, or any other rendering tools which can be integrated with like API integration? Any
What is
courses
your,
specific
there
on?
are there are many applications, right? I don't know. Even Lumion will take a lot of time to get the render, but there is a tool called Veras. I hope you heard about this. This is like with AI integration. With AI integration, so it gives you the better render image than the Lumion, but not exactly. I mean, if you want to just go and type Veras, okay? And like there are many tools.
Also,
There is a hyper.io, and there are many. As of now, we don't have much, but we can expect a lot in future. Either you can create one for you, understand? But for now,
got it.
no, we don't have that. I mean, connecting the rendering part, no, we don't have much. And when it comes to the part,
Got
like we have the trainers to explain all this terminologies like the Lumion or V-Rails. So that's a very basic thing. And I don't suggest you to invest money on those kind of learnings because it's just like 2 to 3 years. I mean, if you understand the logic behind it, you can do it. Okay. So we generally offer that kind of a trainings for free of cost for my existing students. Okay.
got it.
Any other? Yeah, Subhash, you have a question? Subhash, you have a question? Anyone have any questions?
Hello, hello, sir.
Yeah, Bhupalan, tell
Hello.
me.
Yeah, sir. Actually, my path is entirely different, sir. Actually, I have 6 years of experience in the steel detailing,
Super. Hmm.
using ST2 software, sir. Actually,
Using?
in the next month, I'm going to join.
Ah,
Sir, can you able to
okay.
hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're saying something using SST.
No, sorry, using the steel detailing solution. Using like, have you heard of Tekla, sir? Tekla structures.
Ah, true. Yeah.
Tech,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I like Tekla. It's one of the steel detailing software, sir. So I am entering into a BIM company in the next month, sir. I mean, in near Bangalore, actually.
Hmm. Hmm.
So actually, I'm new to Revit, sir. Actually, Revit. So how long will it take me to learn Dynamo? Actually, I have no idea whether learning Dynamo at this, because I don't have any experience with the Revit in the live
No,
industry project, sir.
Bhupalan, I'll tell you one thing. See, as a mentor, I have to suggest a right way for any kind of an approach. Okay. So if you are a Tekla user, first learn the Tekla ABI. Do you understand?
Okay, yes, sir.
First, learn Tekla API. So you will be able to understand the concepts, the programming concept, the how the API works on one application. So in that case, if you can comment, I mean, whenever you learn a Revit and have a good amount of experience on Revit, then come and learn the Revit API. You don't need a Dynamo in
So,
that
sir,
case.
actually,
You
no,
don't
sir.
need a
Actually, I want
Dynamo.
to make it clear with you.
Mm.
No, sir. Actually, I'm changing my career from the steel detailing to BIM, sir. Actually, I have had an offer with one of the BIM company. I intend changing my career into into an BIM, sir.
Mm.
Actually, I'm a fresher to a BIM. Yeah, actually, I had an offer. I will join in the next one, sir. So I hereafter I want to work with one of the BIM companies, sir. I had an offer. So how long will it take me to? I mean, at what time should I learn Dynamo, sir? Because I don't have any real time experience with the manual Revit command, sir.
First, you have to get the touch with the basic uh, stuff in the Revit, Bhupalam. I don't want to confuse
Okay,
you
okay.
learning that. This see for admission, I can say come and join, learn this. It will help you. This is not a marketing strategy. Do you understand? So I have to,
yes, understood.
we have to discuss the truth. Understand? So I telling
Yeah,
you,
yes.
don't invest any amount on learning Dynamo or anything. You first focus on the Revit part. Okay, once you have good amount of experience
Okay.
in Revit and you are capable to understand anything and do the manual tasks, and if you feel you're irritating with doing the same repetitive tasks, then come and learn the Dynamo. Clear? Clear, Bhupalan?
Okay, sir.
It's not for
Yeah, yes, clear, sir. Yes, sir, clear, sir. Understood. Yeah.
right.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Rohan
Yeah,
here again. Sorry to
yeah,
disturb again.
tell me.
Yeah, if I think Dynamo can be we can use Civil 3D also. Civil 3D automation with Dynamo. We
Same.
can do the Civil 3D automation with.
Dynamo is a
Yeah,
dynamo all the applications. If you can able to play the
yeah,
Dynamo in Revit, the same terminologies, maybe the
yeah.
package is different. Okay, maybe you're playing with an
Okay.
elements, there you'll be playing with the lines and curves and geometries. Simple. Where you're building
Hmm.
an elements, there you're playing it with the
Okay.
different projects. Simple, nothing difference.
Hmm.
You can play and
Yeah. So if I'm I have a knowledge of Civil 3D.
hmm,
But not much deep into, like I'm not into advanced level of Civil 3D, but yeah, I have a basic knowledge better than Revit. So uh, can I come to Dynamo for that, or still need to wait and learn more of Civil 3D, or
what's your Revit
need to
experience?
know where are the repetitive tasks? Yeah,
What is your Revit experience?
sorry.
Revit experience. What is your
Revit
Revit?
experience. Revit experience. I don't have Revit experience, but I've done a little bit of work in Civil 3D for uh, putting the sections and alignments and all those things.
No, not for you, Rohan.
Surface, creating
No,
surfaces
not for
and
you, Rohan.
corridors. Yeah.
Not for you, Rohan. Don't
Okay.
invest. Seriously, don't invest. Okay, don't invest.
Okay.
Not only
Yeah.
you, the people who don't have a proper experience, I don't suggest them to invest here and
Yeah.
there and get more confused, and it leads to the negative
Okay.
publicity again. Because if you don't understand,
Yeah.
you will go and talk to a person, array, it won't help you anymore, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have such an
Yeah. Yeah.
experience
Yeah.
to understand, and you will not be exactly convey the same to the others. See, generally, if I have any fault, I don't say it's my fault. We always blame the
Hmm.
others for. Do you understand? It's their fault.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
happening in the
Yeah. I
industry.
understand. Yeah. I
Okay,
understand.
so I don't
Yeah. I
don't join.
understand. Thanks.
Yeah. No.
Thanks for that. Thank you.
Fine.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for joining this webinar. And I hope this makes some productive for you. Okay. And I hope you understand what is the use of Dynamo, and it's very easy. And I'm telling you why I'm stretching that it's easy, because it's really easy. Understand? But the only thing is you should have the right tutor, because I mean, if you have already learned somewhere with, I mean, the different softwares, and you have a very bad experiences, you will never get such bad experiences with Bimmer at all, because it's my own company and I'm going to be your tutor and never compromise on the standards, the teaching standards. Trust me. Understand? Okay. And it's my responsibility to place you in the best salaries for sure. Okay. Clear, everyone?
Hello.
So let me know if you are.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. And you guys are really so patient. Like, you're utilizing your weekends. I'm so sorry.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Who is this?
Hello,
Who
sir.
is this?
Rushabh here.
Tell me, Rishabh. Rishabh, yeah, tell me.
Uh, sir, I've done my civil engineering. Means I have
Mm.
1 year experience of field work and all. Means I was looking for switching into BIM and all
First,
that way for
switch
Revit.
to BIM. First, switch to BIM.
Yes, sir.
First,
Yes, sir.
switch to BIM.
Means I have
Then,
yes, sir. Means I have 6 months of experience in Revit and
then,
2 months of experience of Dynamo,
mm,
working in Dynamo for
mm,
design part and all.
mm. Then you
Yes.
can come and learn here. Okay.
Yes. Means I'll share my profile too. Means the work and all I have done.
Okay. Do share me. Let me see. Okay. If I can help you, I can do that. Okay.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
So, uh, Thank you so much, Shashikaran. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Abrar, I have to leave. I have
Hello.
another meeting. So if you have any guys,
Sir, I have
any
one last question. Actually, for Revit API, do we need to join another course?
yeah, that's different. I mean, for the further like questions, you can text me on my WhatsApp. You can directly call me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
No
Okay.
problem. Okay. Clear? Thanks a lot. Thanks a
Okay.
lot. Bye.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Bye bye.